I imagine that the Holy See has never felt as vulnerable as it does right now as Pope Francis prepares to come to Ireland. What these events all have in common is accountability occurring from outside the church. And yet, these same acts have not happened in Ireland. Why not? Why hasn't any bishop in Ireland been prosecuted? This is the country where the human rights atrocities have been exposed in more detail than any country in the world outside possibly the United States and Australia. In Ireland, we had this painful incongruity of a massive amount of suffering documented, but very few perpetrators named publicly. Secrecy and accountability cannot coexist. When you don't have perpetrators' names, you don't get accountability.
The Church must acknowledge our past sins and mistakes in a spirit of penance needed for inner renewal. He said that while most cases in the US belong to the past, the Church failed to recognize the magnitude and gravity of the damage. Again,
there's such a disconnect between what Pope Francis says and what he actually does in terms of reforming the Catholic Church. If he wants to stop the abuse of children, there's a real simple thing he could do. He could make zero tolerance more than a slogan. It could actually become universal canon law. Zero tolerance does exist for U.S. bishops. That is the only national abuse conference in the world for which the Vatican has recognized zero tolerance. And that's defined as when a priest abuses even one child under a canonical process that his guilt is recognized or he admits it, he is removed permanently from ministry. That is not the rule here in Ireland. It is not the rule in Chile. It's not the rule in Argentina. And the Pope knows this. He invokes zero tolerance constantly, but has not made that canon law. The Catholic Church is the only institution I can think of in the world charged with the care of children that will let guilty child molesters stay in their positions.
Words, is that essentially?
More actions, less words, but the specifics are make zero tolerance canon law and re-implement that failed tribunal to punish guilty bishops and religious superiors.
He's issued countless apologies. The Church have continuously issued apologies, regrets, sorrows. They know the scale of abuse has been traumatizing for everybody. It's not just myself and other survivors. It is society that are traumatized at this point by what's going on.
I think the time for words disappeared. In Chile, he said to the Chilean people, he said, "Never again" to the culture of abuse and cover-up. That was a direct quote. What more can he say? The problem is that everyone is tremendously impatient and insulted by more words.